Thank you.
Well, with us now to talk more about the shooting and the hunt for the assassin, former FBI agent, former member of the FBI hostage rescue team, Greg Shaffer, who's also CEO of the Shaffer Security Group.
And we're also joined by former FBI Special Agent John Iannarelli. Great to see both of you this morning. Greg, I'll start with you. Right now, the police and the FBI, they don't have anybody in custody that we know of. 2 people were brought in for questioning yesterday, but then they were released. So where does the FBI's investigation turn to now?
Well, they're at the location, the exact location of where the shot was fired, and they're trying to collect evidence at that scene. They're collecting the cell phone videos and photographs from everybody that was there on site, and they're scouring through those videos to see if they can identify a vehicle or the shooter as he left the scene. Again, the rooftop the weapon may have been left there, may have been left behind. We don't know that. The FBI is keeping that information very close to the chest. There may be DNA residue up there left on the rooftop, or fingerprints, or shell casing with a fingerprint. So again, there are things that the FBI is doing, behind the curtains, so to speak, that they're not letting us know right now how far along in the investigation they are. But it's a full court press by the FBI, Homeland Security, and local police, state police, to identify who the shooter is.
Yeah, John, Greg mentioned it 2 times yesterday. Police indicated, or at least on social media, we were led to believe they had the guy in custody. Turned out not to be true. Do you worry that both of those in custody moments allowed the thousands of people there and their cell phones to get away, to leave the area? All that evidence, all of those people who could have pointed somewhere are now scattered to the winds, and investigators have to go find them?
I don't think they're going to have to look very hard, because people who were there, who took video, want to solve this case. The FBI has made available a contact number that people can call if they have information. They can upload video that they have to assist in this investigation. Likewise, the FBI and locals are going to be looking at every surveillance camera in the area, looking at vehicles that traversed from that location. So there's a lot of work being done, as Greg said, behind the scenes, and they're going to solve this case.
Yeah, and we hope that they solve it soon, because right now there's a political assassin roaming free out there. And Greg, about 3,000 people, we understand, were at this event. The school's police department had 6 officers working it. We know that Charlie Kirk also had some personal security right there up front. But after something like this happens, a shooting in a gun-free zone, such as a college campus, I have to think that this changes things in the future. Do you think there was something more that could have been done to stop this?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but my company, Shaffer Security Group, actually was the head of security, and we did all these events for Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA from 2015 to 2022. So I've actually been on college campuses, the exact scenario that he was doing when he was shot and killed. He had probably 5, maybe 6 personal security officers in and around the inner security where he was, right around the stage. You can look at the videos, you see 2 very large men in front of the stage. You see an individual directly to his right over his shoulder. And he probably had 2 individuals behind the stage, behind the tent as well. A couple of that with the 6 police officers on site, and the 6 police officers were probably just doing crowd control and doing traffic control. So you got to remember that the personal security for Charlie Kirk, their mission, their reason for them being there is to protect Charlie Kirk. Full stop. They do not do anything in regards to securing the site itself. That being said, securing a threat from 200 yards away or more, we're not sure exactly how far that distance is yet, is very difficult, if not impossible. It's manpower intense. If you have manpower issues, you obviously have money issues. So to have a counter sniper team or have the capabilities to identify and designate a threat that's 200 yards away is extremely difficult.
Yeah, John, to Greg's point, I mean, this is not a political candidate. This is not the president of the United States. They don't come with a massive plane loads full of Secret Service. Yeah. Charlie was a civilian, and we're talking about his security as if he was, a sitting office holder. These are much different things, and this stuff costs a lot of money, doesn't it?
Not only costs a lot of money, when you look at the resources involved in getting law enforcement to handle a private event, you still have to police the community. There are limited resources available. But in this day and age, having an outdoor event where you are a political target, needing to be aware of the distance, the sight lines. Buckler, Pennsylvania was only a year ago. So the reality that those situations exist, we have to plan for them in the future. It was tragic what occurred yesterday.
Yeah, we often ask, like, why wasn't there ballistic glass in front of him? That cost a lot of money. All right, Greg, John, thank you for joining us this morning and giving us your insights.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.